You're listening to the Pittsburgh Piledriver. What the hell is that? Podcast.
Welcome, one and all, to the Pittsburgh Piledriver Podcast. I'm joined by my best three amigos here in wrestling podcasting. I am joined this week by the one and only Mr. Alec Ransom. How you doing, Ransom?
Just go ahead and... There we go. Hang on. I got to...
Oh, yeah. There goes the clinky clink.
Okay. There's one. Sit down. I got a poem.
Put it in my piggy bank and let me hear it clinky clank.
Clinky clink. I like it.
I'm going to see if I can get through this poem without any interruptions.
Okay.
By the fart gallery. Here we go. A poem by Alec Ransom. There once was a dickhead named Beef who sounded a lot like a queef. He looked like a sped. I wish he was dead. One day I'm going to piss all over his head.
Wow.
Thank you.
Beautiful, Don. Well,
I'm moved to tears.
That's not PC. That is so not PC.
That's all right. Well, you're hearing the aforementioned now reigning, defending, undisputed.
No, bullshit. That shit is for Poot. You know what I am? I am the fucking People's Cruiserweight Champion. I am the fucking Humanoid Typhoon. I am Beef the Legend.
Wow.
You're
More underwhelming
travesty.
and disappointing with each passing day.
Human travesty.
And you know what? And then I came to realize that Beef is also technically, and I say that with I'm air quoting and making a brr face. Technically a two-time champion as well.
No.
Sure fucking am. I called the first ever NXT. Well, not first ever, but the fucking first ever Cruiserweight Championship.
You awarded yourself that belt. That doesn't count.
Okay, here we go. Technicalities.
All right, Zach.
Technicalities.
All right, Zack
so wait,
Ryder. You calm down there, Zack Ryder.
When Bischoff handed Triple H the world title, he pulled an Eric Bischoff and just handed himself the title, right?
Yep.
Kinda. But it's still there. But it's still there, right? So I don't know. That's why I said technically. Anyway,
he was the worst for a reason.
And the man you hear arguing over that dispute is the one and only Poot the Bard, baby.
Join Bardic Industries today. Hashtag Poot the Bard. Hashtag Bardic Industries. Hashtag Beef sucks the bag.
Oh my goodness!
Man.
I think we need to introduce him right and say the former.
Yeah.
Reigning, defending, undisputed, soon to be your new Cruiserweight champion.
Not if I have something to say about that.
See that? I'm getting on the Put the Bar bandwagon. I will be your Ric Flair.
Oh.
See, here's the thing. Now I kind of want to lose it to Tom or Ransom just so that I can get it back and claim myself to be the true and only three-time Cruiserweight champion.
You know what my favorite thing is?
I figure I got a nice long CM Punk reign on me here, so we're good.
You know what my favorite thing in the world is with Beef? Whenever Ransom won the title away from him, Beef went on a rant about how I fixed this in my favor. And
I remember that.
You sack of shit. All right,
So anyways,
we had a week vacation.
Yeah, we did.
We've been off the air for like 3 weeks. I mean, technically, we did the live stream, but I mean that was nary a show. It was like half a show.
You shut up. There were many belts hit to the head.
There were.
That's true.
There were. I watched that back, and I was just like, damn, I wish I was there. It should have been me. I should have been there.
Oh no.
No, but I'm definitely, speaking of the live podcast, definitely looking forward to this month of August coming up and doing a couple live ones with you fellas and getting some pretty fancy live stream graphics up and going and everything like that. So yeah.
Hell yeah, baby.
Hashtag Tom the Job Taker.
Almost.
It's been there. No, Tom. Like you're gonna have to sit me down and show me how to do some of that stuff, dude.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'll gladly take a day and I'll take a drive up to your neck of the woods. I don't care.
You know what? We're a 4-man team. We're dominating the podcast world with 6 whole listeners, 5 soon if Ransom has his way.
That's right. Stop listening, idiots. $49.99.
We're like the Imperium
Yeah, we are.
Hey,
We're like the
you know-
Imperium.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Oh, the major version.
Ba,
Yuck.
ba, 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 ba. You know what's awesome though? And I don't remember his name, but the guy that listens to us from Dallas, Texas. How fucking cool is that? We're
Dude.
named the Pittsburgh Piledriver Podcast, and we got a guy in Dallas. So Dallas guy, thank you so much for listening.
You don't even know
You're
his
awesome.
name.
I feel bad for him. He must have gotten lost on the podcast app.
He got lost along the way. Stumbled
He's like,
through
all right,
Pittsburgh.
I've been searching for 4 hours for something to listen to. I'm
Well,
gonna
hey,
listen to
hey.
these 4 idiots talk because I'm bored.
You know
Well,
what?
Texas
You
is
know
a big
what?
state. Drive through.
You gotta hit the Pittsburgh market. That's all great and fine, but taking it on tour out on the road is where it's at.
Well,
too.
so right now we have
Put the bar, the
what's the
remix.
name of the guys? What's the name of the guy? The intern listenerman.
Oh.
Jared.
Oh yeah.
Jared.
The
Jared
intern
Listerman.
Jared Listenerman, and now we have Texas Heat. That's
Texas
what we
Heat.
got.
Heat.
Texas
Love
Heat.
it. Love it.
I wish
wait,
we wouldn't.
who did
I wish we really wouldn't give airtime to
Let's not
Jared
forget.
Listen.
Listerman. Stick to Subway, all right? We don't want you here. Go back
Let's
to
not
Subway,
forget our-
drink some pan sizes, and fuck off.
Let's not forget our friend the Midcar Maniac. So that's like 3 listeners that we
Dude.
can name on our fingers, guys.
Dude, who the
We're
hell's the
going
mid-card
there.
maniac?
Our bro.
I can't divulge that information.
I
Right,
don't
this
know
is
who
why I tell you to take
Okay,
notes.
secrecy.
You mailbox head. All right, so what's going on in the world of wrestling there, dum dums?
I'll tell you one thing that's going on besides our impending match between Superhuman and Jared the intern, ladder match for an internship at the P3 podcast. No, I'll tell you
Nobody
one
wants to
thing.
see
Is,
that.
Hashtag Team
Yeah.
Listenerman.
I know, right? No, real quick.
Gross.
Let's go ahead and start things off right and thank the sponsors.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, get the nepotism in strong.
yeah, I know, right? No, no, go ahead, Beef. You usually deliver that.
And I do it well and I enjoy it. Yeah,
Last
sir.
time
We
you
like to
flubbed it up
thank.
real good.
I'm gonna flub you up real good if you don't shut your fucking mouth. I like to thank
Ooh.
Sounds hot.
WrestleDeals, WrestleDeals.com for their continued sponsorship with the Pittsburgh Piledriver Podcast. We do appreciate Sean, and we know that he's out there going to many indie events and dropping our name. So if you are a listener that is sent to us by him, feel free to drop us a like, share, or a comment and let us know that, because we would like to get that word out. So thanks, Sean, for your continued support on WrestleDeals.com. We appreciate you. And as always, our favorite casual gaming dad, Tiger Bomb Tom here. We are so fortunate to have you as part of our team now. You have definitely helped spread the good word of the P3, so we are so appreciative of that as well, my man.
Well, hey,
I thought you were 1 second away from a kayfabe break right there. I really thought you were.
I
thought
came
he
real
was.
fucking close.
I
Real
know.
fucking close.
I felt it. And by the way, speaking of the kayfabe
fainted.
breaks, I fainted. Speaking of the kayfabe
fainted.
break, I wasn't the only one last week, so I just wanted to clear the air there because I got called out by Beef on it, and Mr. Poop the Bard also did it as well.
Well,
so.
you know what? No one calls out the champ, except for us whenever Beef's the champ.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
That's true. I get nothing but called out by you schmucks.
Oh,
Hey, let's
man.
talk about some fucking wrestling, huh?
Yeah.
Hashtag
Yeah,
let's
let's,
do
fake
that.
let's do
champ.
that. Let's do
So,
that.
we,
Wrestling sucks. Let's not talk about
We're
that. Let's
gonna
talk about food.
so food's awesome.
I like food.
Wait, how
I had
about
a great burrito the other day. Let me tell you about it.
how about the fine meats and well tailored clothing adventure? You know, that was harkened back to whatever episode that was, the collar elbow tie up, I think.
Oh,
Fuck
boy.
y'all, fine ham and clothing company.
Yes.
Fuck you all 5 minute clothing. Fantastic.
Oh
Oh god, we're off the rails. We're
Okay,
so far gone.
see, food's awesome, and so is our future venture there. But you know what's not awesome? Raw viewership going down, leading into Extreme Rules.
No, you know
Yeah.
what? That is awesome. I want Raw viewership to go down so much where they have to make some sort of drastic change. Where the board of
Well, here's the
directors has
thing.
to step in and say, listen, Gramps, it's time for you to hit the old dusted trail, season the nursing home with your jacked up genitalia, and get the hell out of the wrestling business.
His not
Take your
jackhammer
grapefruits
genitalia
and
broken
pack 'em.
down.
This is
Wow.
why I love Ransom, man. Ransom can fucking string together a sentence like nobody else, man. But you know what, though? Here's the thing. Like, 2 weeks ago, Raw was great. Raw was great for what it's been. Raw
Compared to
was
what
good.
it has been.
Your
Right,
definition
exactly.
of great, I feel, is drastically skewed.
No. 2 weeks ago, it was very passable, it was very palatable, it was very enjoyable.
All
This week was back to kind of more of the same. So, my hope is this. I've heard reports that Bischoff isn't taking over SmackDown fully until after Extreme Rules.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
hoping
'cause
the
why
same
wait?
is true. I'm hoping that the same is true
Wow.
for Heyman. I'm hoping that he gets the full reins after Extreme Rules. So I'm hoping what we're seeing is kind of a preview. But I'm telling you, man, they have to get rid of Shane McMahon. They have to. Oh my God, he monopolizes so much television time.
How about
You
the
are
pipe?
not going to get rid of the seed of Vince McMahon. You're not. You're not going to get
The
rid of Steph.
seed
You're not
from
going to
his-
get rid of Shane.
Oh.
They're going to be on the television all the damn time because their last name is McMahon.
Let's see if we can get Vince McMahon in here, despite my voice being absolute shit and my throat hurting. He's the seed of my grapefruits.
Nice.
So the thing is, how about before I go on to these really quick numbers here of viewership, which is sad to say the least.
Good.
The how about that pipe bomb that Kevin Owens dropped on SmackDown?
I missed
Oh,
it. You need
so
to fill
good,
me in
man.
on
He's
that.
so good.
Was it last
me in.
week or was it last week
No,
or last night?
last night.
It was last night.
Okay, I didn't see it yet, but go ahead and enlighten me if you would be.
Dude, he basically stormed during the intro whenever they were talking about upcoming matches and, the announcers were doing their thing. He basically stormed ringside, grabbed a mic, and started ranting about how nobody wants Shane McMahon here. And it wasn't like cutting a promo thing. It was like Kevin Owens yelling and screaming and being...
The fucking God's truth, too. Nobody wants Shane.
He said, I have towed the line. I've been a company man, and I'm sick and tired of it. Nobody wants you here, Shane. And Shane came out, and I'll tell you this. Shane jumping between his heel character and, okay, I run the show here, is really good. He came out, and he made it believable where he was like, all right, Kevin, you're done, Kevin. And Kevin kept talking over him, and he kept trying to shut down Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is saying all this stuff, and he says, you have people back there, 100 guys and gals in the back that are way, way better than you'll ever be, that can claim to be the best in the world, any one of them. And he said Apollo Crews. Who else did he list, Beef?
I don't remember, man.
It was
but yeah,
basically
it was good stuff.
It was basically all of the people that should be upper mid carders and should be utilized well, but they're not. And they cut off his first mic. He went and got another one, kept on his rant, and then they shut that one down. He went over, grabbed Byron Saxon's headset, and started talking over the thing, and they ran him out of the arena. And it was perfect because he was just saying, you're boring, nobody wants you here, get your ass out of here, and the whole thing.
And
it
I'll
was
tell you
super
what,
good.
I hope to God they don't. I hope to God they don't cut that off of the Hulu replay. They're usually good about not
they
doing
didn't.
that.
I watched it today.
Okay, awesome. Okay, because that's, like I said, that's all I catch it on. But I swear to God, come fall, I'm going back and getting cable.
Well, and little of Shane. So a little of Shane is not a bad thing. I mean, he has some chops in the ring, and he has a great smarmy heel character. But I mean, he's on both shows. He's getting
the main
at
heel.
least. He's probably the top heel in WWE right now. If we're being truthful.
Yep.
All respect due to Samoa Joe. But I mean, realistically, he's getting probably, I'd say, maybe 30 to 40 minutes of airtime per show. That's one person getting that much fucking airtime. And I don't think it's him saying it. I 100% believe it is his old man saying, well, let's get this guy over.
Absolutely.
The only benefit to this is that Drew McIntyre and Elias are on the coattails.
Fucking henchmen. No, they're fucking henchmen.
Listen,
let's be real.
You argued with me about how I said they are ruining Nikki Cross. And I see it now that there something's brewing, and I'm looking forward to when Nikki Cross snaps and goes back to the way she used to be. However, just this whole time I've been like, what are you doing? You had it in the palm of your hand. She was over. People had it, and then you neutered her. And now, to be fair, if it comes back even stronger, I'll be happy. But this is the same thing, Beef. They're getting on TV, and I will say this. Yeah, Elias is getting lost in the mire, but they are really doing a good job of letting Drew McIntyre get himself over as a monster. Like when he talks to the hard cam or anything, he looks into your fucking soul.
I'll tell you what, that's hopefully from this match with at Extreme Rules, I'm hoping that Drew gets a big enough rub, because he's really the only one that stands to gain the most from this match, as far as like kind of somebody getting the rub, because Roman Reigns doesn't need the rub. He's already there. Like he'll
fucking get it. But he'll fucking get it. You know he will. But go on.
Here's the thing. Like that could be a good positive coming from this match coming up in Extreme Rules. But I think realistically, the reason why we're having this in there, I don't think it was something planned. I think it was basically like a last minute add in, because it was like, oh shit, well, we can't let Undertaker have the shitty match that he had in Saudi Arabia. So let's give him a little bit of something and get him right back in there immediately.
Well, you guys know that allegedly that Drew McIntyre is Undertaker's chosen opponent for next year's WrestleMania, right?
Oh.
I did not, but that'd be good.
I'd like that.
He has been tapped, and that's what they're starting. That's what they're trying to kind of start to plant the seeds of, and hopefully, the big fucking word I'm hearing now is long-term planning, which is something that WWE has not done in fucking forever. But if they're really planting the seeds for a WrestleMania match right now, kudos to them if it bores fruition.
Now going back to having that be something interesting, doing the long play, which is what we've been heralding for a while that they should start doing again. So here you go. So far, total in they haven't totaled 2019, but Raw started the year on January 7th with 2.3 million viewers. Okay, on January 7th, it spiked up post Royal Rumble at 2.7. It spiked again post Elimination Chamber again at 2.7, and it goes the following week on February 25th 2.9. And again, you're seeing after pay-per-views, especially WrestleMania, right. 2.9, you're seeing that. But at its lowest, it was a 2.1. You're borderlining breaking down into the 1 million viewers. And this past one, post-Stomping Grounds,
numbers.
2.2. Then July 1st was 2.4. July 8th, 2.3. So we can expect to see a little bit of an upswing post Extreme Rules. However, just perspective, The Bachelorette at 8 p.m. drew 6 million viewers. The Neighborhood drew 3.4. Shazam, they beat Shazam, which drew 2.3 million. And American Ninja Warrior had 4.4 million.
Isn't Shazam a movie?
Yeah, Shazam. That a while ago.
Nice. Wow.
Hey, so here's a stat for you, stat boy. Yes, those numbers are important, but the thing is that this week they're retaining viewers. A lot of times they will peak in the 10 o'clock hour, like peak at like the 10 o'clock run over, and then downfall from there. They're retaining viewers now, which speaks, I think, to what Heyman's trying to do, which is have like episode long stories. So I think that may be something interesting.
That's well and good, but you have to have growth as well as retention. You can't just flatline.
I agree with that. The one thing that I think is, regardless with Heyman taking over Raw and Bischoff taking over SmackDown, and whether or not the numbers retain or anything like that, one thing that I think that they really have to do a better job of is match pacing for their commercial breaks, if they're going to stick on this whole kick of not running matches during the commercial, which I don't understand why they're doing that.
Fucking Bush League. Bush League.
Here's the thing. They used to do this. I don't know, because I haven't ever really gone on the app forever. But do you remember back before the WWE Network when they would run matches, or might have been, did they have the WWE app before the network?
No,
they did.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did the fucking dual screen thing. Yeah, I do remember that.
They used to run matches. SmackDown.
Okay, well, they did the dual screen on SmackDown, so you could.
But this is like a second screen, so like you could pull up your phone on the WWE app, and while the commercial was happening, they'd show you the action in the ring.
Gotcha.
Exactly. I was gonna say, why not go back to that, or do like they've done with SmackDown and do the dual screen? I don't understand why not that, because.
So what are they doing then? Are they just completely halting the match?
Oh my god!
Okay. Here's what they're doing. Here's what they're doing, man. So like, say you have here's a good example. What was it? I don't remember if it was on Raw or SmackDown, because the fucking wild card.
Yeah, right.
Wild card.
There you go. Okay, thank you. Somebody else did it besides me.
Card.
Yeah, exactly. The disappointment card. So what they'll do, like, if there's a tag match going on, like, I believe Xavier and Big E had a tag match against somebody, and then Samoa Joe came out and was like causing some disruption, and then fucking Kofi came out. Then it goes from like a tag man to a 6-man tag, and like they restart matches, or they like make.
There have been
where there've been
so
like a
many
lot of 2 out of 3 falls matches.
Oh my god, so
like
many. So 2 of the 3 falls was one of my favorite gimmicks, because it's a great like thing that you can do, and it's like a shortened version of an Iron Man match. And it leads to good high drama, and they fucking just beat the fucking shit out of it, man. It's awful. There have been like 6 or 7 of them at least in the last 2 weeks, and what they're doing is like or like they'll have a false finish, like on Raw 2 weeks ago when AJ Styles, quote unquote, beat Ricochet for the United States title, and then they came back from break and they were like, oh, the referee reversed his decision, and it's fucking played out already. If they want to get this show better, they need to stop that shit right now, or they need to figure something else out with it.
They fill commercial breaks with tomfoolery.
Who knows? They probably just fucking stand around the ring and fucking jerk off. Who knows?
Probably. Here's the one thing, which let me harken back to that match that you just mentioned with the referee coming out and reversing decision. How many times have we sat there and watched a match where we're like, that should have fucking happened and it didn't? Like, get it right.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah,
that shit bothers
figure it out.
Well, just
figure it out.
Just what about like the addition?
To be fair,
whenever they have like a tag match too, it's like tag match goes and goes and goes. Someone comes out and intervenes. Oh, we made this an 8-man tag match. We made this a 6-man tag match. It's the same formulaic thing, and I think what I'm attributing that to is them just finding their legs of how to deal with the weird whims of a crazy old man.
That's it. Well, I'll tell you what, and I promise I'm not going to fucking geek out over the G1 the whole fucking time, but last Friday night was the G1. Oh my god, it was fucking amazing. Fucking free TV, y'all. Anyway, and again, it's on again this Friday night, night 2, which is the B block, which is Moxley. Watch it. Anyway, so if you watch that, and yes, I know that Access is like a weird channel where they don't have like conventional commercials and all that, but they still have like commercial breaks. Like they had 15-20-minute matches and then had a commercial. Like, and there were no commercial breaks in between matches during the New Japan G1. So, like, I don't understand why, like, you don't need to have a commercial break every fucking 9.5 minutes. You can go fucking 20 minutes a match, have a commercial, have a 5-minute segment, have another commercial. Like, there's no reason you have to fucking, like, equally break up commercial breaks. That's so fucking dumb.
Exactly. And I mean, like, I know that they have to get in X amount of commercial breaks and stuff like that. They have their sponsors and whoever. They got to take care of that business end of things. But yeah, like you said, they got to book stuff and pace it a lot better, because otherwise, like that's just going to get so old so quick. And
it already has. It already has, to be honest with you.
But I hope, God, I hope that if that means if they're going to put in shorter, much, well, okay, perfect example. Look at the Nikki Cross and Bayley beat the clock thing that happened on Raw. They had 2 like 5-minute matches back to back. Okay, you know what? I don't like the fact that they both had to be like such short matches, because because they're 2 very good workers and everything like that, and you would figure you want to give them a little bit more of a platform. But then again, that goes back to fucking Shane McMahon eating up airtime, whatever.
Yeah.
But again, they made that work. They, it was like boom, boom, right back to back. Like Bayley got her match done, and Nikki came out and just bam, got it done. So, I guess that kind of worked, but it's still just.
The other thing that we're losing, I'm sorry if I don't cut you off. The other thing that we're losing is something that makes wrestling fucking like the one thing that I take away from wrestling is the fucking entrances and the fucking fanfare. With this fucking bullshit, you're having entrances cut off, or like you come back from break and somebody's already in the ring and they're like the last 10 seconds of the music is playing. Like you're taking what makes wrestling unique. Like
exactly.
Wrestling's not a sport, and it never will be. And I love it. It's sports entertainment, but it's never going to be a legit sport.
Which I'm going to inject some nepotism here, but apparently the fucking entrances in music will get you Facebook blocks.
Well, yeah. I would like to hear that rant, but Ransom, I want to hear your take on this whole new way they're doing things.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched a Raw or a SmackDown in months. So I'm pretty much out of the loop. Like I don't run, Mondays. Yeah, well, I mean Mondays, I have fire practice on Mondays, so I'm never around for Raw. And
that's why your practice is to go start fires. Just so our viewers know.
Shut up! Stop blowing my cover. And and I don't have time on my week to go back and freaking watch it. And I don't know what I do on Tuesdays. Drink beer. Or I don't give a crap about SmackDown, so I don't watch SmackDown. I don't know.
SmackDown.
But it seems. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm really excited because we're seeing the shades of what Heyman's doing with Raw, and I think this past week was back to lackluster because they're just they're going into Extreme Rules. What do you want? You know what I mean? But
is it just me, or does it feel like? No, is it just me, or does it seem like the personalities should be swapped? Like, to me, I think that Heyman would be better on SmackDown and Bischoff would be better on Raw. That's just my two cents.
I think with the
But didn't they do Heyman running SmackDown at one point already?
He was a writer. Yeah, he was a writer.
I guess that's fair. But they're not on-air personalities. No, that's the difference. Like, yes, Paul Heyman was a GM of SmackDown, and yes, Eric Bischoff was a GM of Raw. But this is not that. They are like legit, like backstage.
But I mean, like back in the day where Heyman.
Oh yeah, they did. They
The
did.
writer, like head writer or whatever of SmackDown, and I think it was Stephanie or Bruce Pritchard was the head writer of Raw. They were backstage at that point. They weren't out in the ring personalities.
I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think Steph was the head writer or she was like head of creative or something like that, and Heyman was like right underneath her on SmackDown. Like he was he was like the I know giggity. He was the head writer.
Oh.
And she was head of creative or whatever, so she was in charge of all the writer teams or whatever, I believe.
I gotcha.
And
but
the bottom line
seems
is,
like what they're doing now with Raw and SmackDown, at least to me, from what I've heard about it, it seems like they're almost just taking spaghetti and throwing it at the wall and seeing what sticks. Like, okay, viewership is down. Let's try this.
The 24/7 title.
Is it going to work?
Well, and the bottom line is,
let's try the fucking interruption. How about we try that? Can we try to fucking interrupt everybody all the goddamn time?
Go on.
It's like they take the freaking 24/7 title. Let's try that and see if it works. And then they take the freaking wild card and let's try that and see how that works. And now they're taking hey, let's try no commercial or no wrestling during commercial breaks. We'll throw that at the wall and see how that works. It's like they're trying to find what's going to work to bring viewership up. They try a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and hey, whatever's going to work, let's keep it. If it doesn't work, we'll just fucking phase it out.
Oh, I hope to God they phase out the wild card. And I like I've said before, and I'll say again, eventually they're going to phase out the 24/7 title because that gimmick title will only last for so long. But in the meantime, that is the one saving grace it's been entertaining. It's funny. It's good comedy wrestling. Like it's like we had talked about before. There's room in wrestling for that sort of stuff with the comedy shticky stuff. Orange Cassidy
and this is the best stuff. Honestly,
well, unless you're Jim Cornette and you'll shit all over it.
Oh god!
Honestly,
I haven't really heard him shit all over the 24/7 title. That's as gimmicky as Orange Cassidy.
Yep.
Yeah, and
I haven't heard him shit on that. He might have, and I just haven't heard it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I was about to ask, did he shit all over it? But
I don't know.
I guess not.
I don't listen to all of his stuff.
Speaking of R-Truth, real quick, I want to put a quick little plug there. I was listening to the Edge and Christian's podcast of awesomeness, and they had him on there, and holy shit, he is funny as hell. Just listen to him talk to those
Orange
two.
Cassidy.
No,
R-Truth.
Oh,
Yeah.
R-Truth. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a funny son of a bitch. And
Look,
Well,
I
if
want
we're
to throw
being
this
honest-
out here real quick, and I need to ask a serious question here.
go ahead.
Because this is something that's bugging me. You know, in all seriousness, how the hell do Edge and Christian and Chris Jericho and Bubba Ray Dudley have more fucking viewers and listeners to their podcast than we do?
Well, I
You've
wonder.
had your time. It's time to move over and let somebody else have their time in the spot.
To be fair,
Greedy,
To be
greedy
fair.
fucking Shawn Michaels Triple
To be
H bastards that
fair.
just want to sit in the sunlight all the time. Oh, look at us, we wrestled, now we have a podcast, the Bing Bong Bang. Why don't you fucking move over and let somebody else do it?
Oh man, healing up hard.
I know.
Are you gonna finish that statement with a mother?
Motherfucker! I'll kill you!
I'll kill you, Edge and
Motherfuckers.
Christian. Taking listeners away from me, motherfucker.
I'll come to your house and I'll break your neck, you weak neck motherfucker.
I'll smack you
You know,
in the
here's
hip,
the neck,
tennis
geek.
racket, motherfucker.
You spray
God.
on 10, some bitch motherfucker. I'll kill you, Christian. I'll kill you dead. Where's my Wendy's? I want a biggie fried.
$40.99, $49.99,
motherfucker!
You're not even paying the Pittsburgh Piledriver podcast. It's the most gimmicky pay-per-view podcast there is, motherfucker. I kill you.
Oh shit!
So I've
I do
got
need to
Vince.
ask a serious question before I end up forgetting it because I'm too deep and I'm going to forget.
yeah.
Are there set people who are wild card superstars, or is it just like, hey, this week this guy's a wild card, and hey, next week this
Anybody.
guy's a wild
It-
card?
it's-
Anybody. Well,
It
except,
seems-
except for Roman and Shane. Roman and Shane are always going to be on every show ever because
I thought it started out where like these certain people were going to be the
That's-
wild cards, and they could go to any show, and now it seems like it's just fucking anybody. Hey, this week this guy's wild card. Next
Well-
week this guy's wild card.
Hey, Ransom.
You're pretty much not wrong. I think it was quote unquote, and I use air quotes with this, supposed to be a set number of people could be wild cards, and it could be anybody, but that was the whole premise of it.
Oh, I
And
see.
now it's just like, fuck it, these are our quote
Yeah,
unquote
whatever wild
draws,
cards
and we're
we
just
want.
gonna put them on.
Motherfucker.
Like, yeah, we're
Mother-
just gonna make Roman Reigns a wild card all the time because fucking he has
because it's Roman Reigns.
because it's Roman Reigns.
I want to. So I want to put this out there before I forget. I want to hear a Colo and Elbow tie-up with Alec Ransom's Jim Cornette versus Put the Bard's Vince McMahon. I think that would be hella entertaining.
That we're
Fucking
gonna
Christ,
collar
yes.
elbow tie up.
I would
Yes.
need to be at least 7 beers deep to make it an entire
Oh, we
episode
could-
of Jim Cornette.
Motherfucker!
Oh god, fuck, we
Listen,
gotta do that.
There's a
and do
reason
that
that I
live.
fired you,
Holy
Cornette.
crap.
Yeah, right.
Oh god,
Get this
Alright.
man a tennis racket.
So
we have to make it happen.
no, he'd
I
have
gotta
to
find
have
some
like
of those big glasses to wear.
no, he'd have to have instead of a tennis racket, we'd have to get him a ping pong paddle.
That's right, yeah.
So,
I don't want to
yeah.
go full gimmick because freaking Jim Cornette will sue me.
A ping
I want all
pong
the money that you don't already have, motherfucker.
motherfucker. Hey, Ransom, shove your microphone in your mouth. Anyway, so
I'm sorry, come again. Were you saying something to me? You dumb son of a bitch. Motherfucker!
oh, that is the intro.
my God.
That's the intro.
Oh, Lord.
that's the intro.
Oh shit!
All right, so
Wow.
Now, do I need like is my mic all right? Do I need to move it? I don't think.
I was gonna
Is that
say
okay?
a little bit closer to your face, not that close, but a little closer to your mouth hole.
It's hanging out of the earbud in my ear. I can't. I don't.
Okay, well then,
it's
just
there.
Fucking duct tape that shit, bro.
we'll
It's
deal with
hanging.
Try
it.
to bite your ear.
But anyway,
Cowboy up.
so it sounded like something dying in Mario Brothers. So we're
That
gonna
sounded
do,
like Paul Bear.
So this episode, wow.
Oh.
Oh, beef, you got a good pallbearer, don't you?
He just looks like him.
Oh, yes! No, I
He
mean,
do-
kind of. Not
It's
really.
pretty good.
It's pretty good.
All right. So we're going to be talking about predictions for Extreme Rules and Fight for the Fallen, but I think there's something
But?
else that we do every week.
Oh, you want to do that?
Well, I
Make
think
fun
we
of
should do
beef
that.
some more. Or?
Oh, hey, before we do that, I'm a fucking wild card.
Wild card.
The The Mid-Card Maniac did send us a question for Stump the Chumps that I never got to ask on the live stream. So I think that we should do that now. I am going to disclude Tiger Bomb Tom because I ran it past him to see, if we've had it before, because he wasn't going to be on the live stream, but now here we are doing it later. So
and also because I'm like one of the 5 people that's actually I go back and actually listen to the old episodes and stuff like that too.
Also true.
So it's gonna
Also
be
true.
So it's gonna be just myself and Ransom playing a game. So
Exactly. So, welcome, folks, to Stump the Chumps. So, and seriously, guys, this is something for our listeners. We want you to get in on. If you have a good idea for a question, send us an email at I forgot our email. I think it's Pittsburgh Piledriver Podcast at gmail.com.
Fuck it, just Facebook message the page and leave enough of a space to where you're not going to spoil the answer for us, like right off the bat. Like leave like the 25 line break spaces and
what I like to do, what I like to tell them, Tom, is that yes, and the email is Pittsburgh Piledriver Podcast at gmail.com. Send 2 emails. Send one email with the question and then a second email with the answer, and put a bunch of line breaks in before the answer. That way we don't see it.
There you go.
So this question is submitted by the Mid-Card Maniac. This is for you.
Somebody kill that music.
Alec Ransom, right? This is a 2-parter. I think the 2-part is so I think the second part I think we deduced was part of another question, but this one is a part of it. So Hulk Hogan, probably the biggest legend star in the business. His real American theme, huge 4th of July favorite, by the way, was originally used by whom? Not Hulk Hogan, by the way.
Really? When? Like before him?
Before Hulk Hogan. Yep. This was originally used by somebody different.
In WWF?
Yeah, it may have even been WWF at that point, but yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Again, credit to the Mid-Card Maniac for this one. Good job, Maniac.
We're gonna insert him into the ladder match with Superhuman and Jared the Intern for triple threat ladder match.
So is this only for Ransom?
No, it's for you and Ransom.
Both of you.
Well, I know the one thing I do know. I don't know if I can remember the name of them, but it was for a tag team.
Ooh.
He's getting warmer.
It was for a tag team.
He's heating up.
Oh, I know this.
It was for a tag team, wasn't it? Wait a minute.
I know this because I asked somebody.
One of them was Barry Windham. One of them was Barry Windham.
It was the U.S. Express.
Yeah.
It was Barry Windham
It
and Mike
was
Rotunda.
the USA Express. Yep, it sure
Because
was.
the U.S. Express came up in another
Yep.
Yes.
another question somewhere along the line, and I can't
Whenever-
remember.
About Dan Spivey.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
whenever
That's
you
it.
took the
That's
scenic
it.
route to Dan Spivey. Yes.
Dude.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So,
Ransom, long distance high five on that one.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
so our stumps were not chumped. Well, wait, our chumps are not stumped tonight.
Wow. Well, that was a
You
throwback to
fucking chump.
white-faced baby meat.
White face, baby.
right?
White-faced baby
White-faced
meat.
baby meat.
All right. So so we got to do our own version of this. I like that very much. Send in your questions to us. That was awesome. Great job.
Yeah, man.
Mid-Card
Pittsburgh
Maniac.
Podcast at gmail.com.
Love
Yeah,
it.
nice
right.
job to whoever sent that out. I forgot your name.
Yeah,
on
that
it.
was the
Mid-Card
mid-card
Maniac.
maniac. Great job.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe you'll get to upper mid-card maniac one day.
Yeah, why don't you
Ooh.
donate $49.99 and if you don't, stop listening.
Per
you stupid
podcast.
idiot.
And you know what?
Per
And I was gonna say if he donates the $49.99 for 3 months straight, we'll get him a European championship. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, so So who's gonna do the order? I know Ransom said he wants it for beef.
I want
Yeah, I
to
do.
ask mine. I want to ask mine to Tom.
Okay, so it'd have to be Poo to me to Ransom, Ransom to Beef, and Beef to Poot.
Poot!
Yep.
Oh no!
Hang on, I gotta crack this open here before we.
I'm so sorry, Ransom. Whenever I get to my
It's
question.
okay. It's a
That's right.
it's a
I'll be drunk. I won't
softball.
know.
It's a softball, and seeing as Ransom has this big fucking elaborate plan for me, I figure I'll lead off. That way, I'm the one getting fucked in the end.
That's just the way I like it. Just the way I like
All
it.
right, so it's me up first.
Yes, sir. So Poot the
right.
Bard,
Yeah.
sir.
His ass.
Yeah.
Summer. So we all recognize Shawn Michaels as Mr. WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
The best superstar who ever graced the wrestling ring.
That'd be Shane McMahon. Go on.
No,
Best in
that'd
the
be Shawn
world. Anyway, so SummerSlam has had its share of icons as well, with a lot of big iconic moments and a lot of big faces kind of stealing the scene. My question to you, Poot, is what superstar has main evented? Has main evented?
Can't even ask you a
five?
question. You can't do anything.
You're the worst.
Thank you. What superstar has main evented 5 of the last 6 SummerSlams?
5 of the last 6 SummerSlams.
Superstar Billy Graham.
It's one superstar.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually 6 of 7, and he's main evented 5 straight.
Ballsack.
Main evented 5 straight. Oh
That's
boy.
6 of 7.
So drunk.
He's main evented the most, and it's been
Roman Reigns.
the most recent. That was gonna be my thing, but I'm like, I don't know.
Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns. The Shield.
Rollins. Seth Rollins.
Seth
Look,
Rollins.
I just want to throw this out here while Poot's thinking of this.
It's not. It's
I'm gonna
okay.
give
Go
it a little
ahead.
bit of time. I want to say I am so disappointed in the fact that WWE never put together a Shield package where they're in the back doing one of their Shield promos, and behind them is a poster of the Big Boss Man in his Shield riot gear.
Right?
How great would that have? A great throwback to the Godfather of the Shield, the fucking Big Boss Man. He wore the same exact outfit. Why was he never on a poster behind the Shield in one of their vignettes? I'm so disappointed.
You want to know
because
why?
Because Ray Traylor was extremely racist.
No, well, because I was going to say because they want it to seem like it's an original and new and exciting and sorry.
That too.
Eventually everybody's ideas get recycled.
Yeah,
one
Simpsons
way or
did
another.
it. Am I right?
Well, the Shield was just the Shield's theme song was just a sped up version of Taz's WWE
Slowed
theme song.
down.
Sure was.
Slowed down.
Yep.
I don't understand speeds at this drunken time of day.
Well, you live in. I know where you live, and you should understand speed.
That was really almost a kayfabe break, and it's not speed; it's heroin.
Oh,
Get it right.
That's So it would slow down the theme. All right.
So if any of you drunk
wait.
drug connoisseurs out there who listen to the Pittsburgh Piledriver podcast, you now know where I live because I live in the heroin capital of Western Pennsylvania.
I thought it was
You
the
don't
meth
live in
capital.
Clearfield.
No, it used to be meth. It used to be meth here, but meth has pretty much dropped off the map. I can't remember the last time that there was a meth lab bust or a meth lab fire here. It's straight up heroin.
Sounds like a good thing to me. All right. The
To the answer.
Well,
now that I've given
so-
Put enough time to look it up on his computer.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, right?
No, my choice is because it's not Roman Reigns. It's either John Cena or Brock Lesnar. And I don't
Has
think
John
it's
Cena
Cena.
even been there for the
I
past
don't.
few?
That's the thing is, I don't think it's Cena because to me, my top three for any kind of question like this are Roman Reigns, John Cena, or Bork Laser. I'm gonna go with Bork Laser on this one.
I got a giggle out of that one.
That's who I was going to say.
It is in fact Brock Lesnar. He has main evented five straight, 6 of 7, and 7 overall. A topping, I believe the next closest was The Rock with 5. Or no, John Cena had 5.
I suppose it really isn't surprising with the freaking big ass boner that Vince McMahon seems to have for Brock Lesnar for some reason.
Yeah.
There
Barely makes it to the ring without being blown up.
Well, I mean, it seemed to be like the thing. It's like at SummerSlam, someone tries to knock him off the top of the mountain.
Yep.
You know, so all right. So now it's me to Tom.
Yes.
All right, Tom. So
Tiger. Go ahead.
So Tiger.
Tiger.
So
Uppercut.
so we all.
Yes.
I don't know how you. Wow. I don't know how you guys feel about his current gimmick and the whole shtick leading into Extreme Rules. But Aleister Black, we all love Aleister Black. Named Todd Budgen.
So
Real
this
name?
question is about Shinsuke Nakamura.
No, this question is about Aleister Black. This is
Okay,
about
go ahead.
Aleister Black. Before he ran under the ring name Aleister Black, when he was in Europe, some in the United States and in Japan, what was his in-ring name? And, okay, two-parter. I got a two-parter this time.
Kerwin White.
He has been Kerwin White. He has been trained. He was trained by 5 people. Okay, 5 different people were involved with his training. They're all notable, but 3 of them stand out as real keynote people.
If it's not Shawn Michaels, it doesn't matter.
I want you to tell me what was the last match that Shinsuke Nakamura won. No, what was before joining NXT and subsequently WWE? What was Aleister Black's in-ring name? And can you give me his who he was trained by?
No to any of that. I have no fucking clue.
No idea.
I'm not gonna waste your time. Nope.
I'm sure Beef knows all of this because he's an idiot.
Well, Beef knows it
I
because
don't.
I made a big stink about it whenever he came there because I was super hyped.
I fucking forgot, man. What the fuck was his name?
The only thing I can tell you about Aleister Black is that he's married to Zelina Vega. That's
yes, he is. What a lucky man.
Yeah, man. I actually don't know.
Wow.
Can you give some hints?
Not really.
Don't even waste your time.
Don't waste my time.
Tell me.
All right,
Yeah,
he wrestled
You can't give hits on his trainer or trainers?
on his trainers. One of them is 2 of them are in the WWE in the NXT circuit. One of them is currently active in the ring. The other is not. One of them
they're in NXT?
One of them is a pervasive independent legend and who has trained many people, and the other 2 I've never heard of.
No clue.
Can you give any other hints? Were they in any other promotions? Did they win any titles?
I mean, I could.
I'm trying to think who the fuck would be active in NXT right now that could train anybody. Like,
yeah, right?
Cassius Ohno? I don't know.
Yes, actually.
yeah, that makes sense.
One of
Yeah.
them,
No way.
Chris Hero.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's one. I'll give you, Tom. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll give that to you. That was a good pull out of nowhere. So here we go. His name, his name in Europe, the United States, and Japan was Tommy End.
Okay.
That's it.
Tommy,
Yep.
I've never heard of that before.
And I believe he was part of a group called the Sumerian Death Squad at one point.
Oh my
Nice.
word.
But Tommy End, I love that name. Like,
It's a great name.
When I
Great
saw
gimmick.
him come in, I was like, "Oh my God, it's Tommy End!" And they named him Aleister Black, and I was like, "That's stupid." And then very quickly, I latched onto it. He was trained by Bob Screeber, Johnny Kidd.
No idea.
Those are the 2 that I don't know. But here are the 3 that are keynote. Tom, you got Chris Hero, Cassius Ohno there, Mike Quackenbush.
Oh,
You've ever heard
Baxter,
the name Mike
okay.
Quackenbush?
Wait,
Who is that?
Who the fuck is that?
Dude, he is like,
Oh, go the
he's-
fuck home.
dude. He's
Go,
the greatest. He's one of the greatest in-ring guys that never made it huge.
Yeah,
What's
I have no idea who that
what's
is.
the what's his big promotion on the East Coast there? I keep wanting to say it's Noah, but it's not Noah.
It's not Noah. Let me look here. I can't remember. I know what you're talking about. Chikara.
Chikara, yeah. Oh,
he was-
Chikara
well,
looks
he
super
was-
gimmicky, but super great.
He was involved with Combat Zone Wrestling, Chikara, the NWA, Ring of Honor, IWA, Mid-South, Dragon
Who
Gate,
hasn't been involved in NWA?
and
Yeah, right.
and the WWE. But Mike Quackenbush, dude,
ever,
motherfucker.
Next to Smoky Mountain Wrestling,
Motherfucker. No, look up Mike Quackenbush and the Quackenbush driver. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
That just sounds like such a made-up name. I'm sorry.
I know,
Yeah, it
and
really
that's
does.
what I thought too. And then I watched him wrestle. He's amazing. Okay, the
I'll have
last
to
one.
check it out.
Last one. Our favorite commentator, Nigel McGuinness.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the
Okay.
man has had a lot of awesome trainers.
No, that's interesting.
And also he's kickboxing, man karate, so like he's awesome. Let's give it up for Aleister Black, and good job for getting Chris Hero.
Chris Hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Does
Tom?
does Nigel McGuinness not wrestle anymore because
No.
of an injury?
No, it's
Concussion, I think.
no, it's
Oh.
did you watch the documentary on him?
No.
No, I didn't know there was one.
Oh yeah, it's
Is it on the network?
it's on the network. Yeah.
I bet it's on
They
the
did a
network,
thing.
yeah.
Great.
And-
I
and-
didn't see that it was there. I just haven't watched it yet.
He could do it, but it was a lot of things that coalesced to cause him to decide to retire from in-ring activity.
Okay.
He could get back in the ring, but it'll never happen. I mean, the window of where
Not with his fucking velvet pipes, man. My God.
dude, he's so good on the mic. He's a natural fit, and whenever him and what's the other commentator? I'm being an asshole.
Mauro
Ranallo. When him and Mauro Ranallo are on there, my God, it's just pure excitement.
Who was he
Yeah,
in TNA? Nigel McGuinness.
Alexander. No.
Was that Desmond Wolfe?
Desmond Wolfe?
Desmond
That's it.
Wolfe,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
But Nigel McGuinness, again, another guy who was like the best wrestler that never really hit big. I mean, he was
That's a bummer.
he was Ring of Honor champion. I mean, he has the lineage. He just never really, and he's cited as a huge like influence for people getting into the business.
That's actually really cool to know because I really didn't know shit about Nigel McGuinness at
Watch
all. So.
watch
go back.
that documentary.
Well,
So I'm trying not to be such an indie smark anymore, but like go back and watch Ring of Honor, like the early 2000s, the fucking CM Punk,
The
Daniel
golden
Bryan,
years.
AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels,
Tyler
Kazarian,
Black.
Austin Aries,
Yeah,
Tyler
Tyler Black.
Black. I mean, the list fucking
Joe,
goes on and
for
on.
God's
Jimmy
sake.
Havoc,
Cesaro
Joe.
was in
Oh
there.
my God, Cesaro. Yeah, Chris Hero. Like that was some of the best wrestling in the fucking universe, and still is. So yeah, do yourself a favor. Go
All right.
back and watch Ring of Honor sometime.
yeah.
It's awesome. Sorry, go
All
ahead.
right, Tom, go
Was
for it.
Seth Rollins Tyler Black in
yes,
Yep.
NXT?
No, he was Tyler
no.
Black in FCW.
FCW. Yeah,
FCW, yes.
Yeah.
So they did change his name once he hit NXT.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Yeah, and that whole thing. I was gonna say that's another thing I mentioned before. If you guys get a chance to go to read the book, the NXT: The Future Is Now, they kind of talk about the very beginning of NXT, the transition from FCW into NXT and stuff like that. But anyways, real quick, since you brought up TNA and you said something about what was Nigel McGuinness in
Desmond Wolfe.
Desmond Wolfe. That made me think of what was the tag team? The Wolves.
The American Wolves.
Yeah, Eddie. Fuck. I can't.
Eddie
remember.
Edwards.
Thank
Eddie
you.
Edwards and what the fuck was the other one? The other one got hurt real good, but Eddie Edwards was kept on for a while.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is Eddie Edwards still in TNA or no?
He's probably like a backstage producer, I would imagine.
Okay, I was gonna say I that was just one of those things. That was like one of the last times that I remember watching was whenever Eddie Edwards was champion over there, and I just thought I was like, man, he's really really good. And I don't know, I haven't watched TNA since. So
Is Road Dogg still with WWE? Or he jumped ship to AEW?
No, he's working.
No,
he's working NXT.
he's NXT.
he's in
Underneath.
NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so
Tom.
my question, let's get this on here. So I mentioned about the 24/7 title earlier and how it's how it's going to be very. I say give it about a year, but let's take it back to the first title that had a 24/7 rule, the Hardcore Championship. Ransom.
Oh no.
Ransom. Believe it or not, there's been some
don't.
women that have won the Hardcore Championship.
Ooh.
Can you give me first? Can you tell me, hazard guess, how many women had won the Hardcore Championship and name them?
I'm sorry. You cut out. Did you cut out for everybody or just me?
I don't know.
I think just you, man.
Okay, I'll give it to you again. How many?
Well, poop.
How
Yes,
many?
say that
How
again.
many? Okay, how many women have won the Hardcore Championship? And part two of that, can you name any of them?
Can I name all of them?
Any of them, really. As many as you
Yikes.
can, but first of all, figure out how many women have held the Hardcore Championship.
I know at least one, and that's all I hazard to guess.
You shut your whore mouth, Beef, because you're going to bluster it like usual.
on.
Yeah, I want to say that I probably know one. I'm going to say 3.
Okay, close. Anybody else want to take a guess?
I'm gonna go with 4.
Beef?
I'll say 2.
Poot's right. 4. Now,
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I know. Now, Ransom. How many of those 4 do you think you can give me?
Ugh. To be honest with you, I could probably hazard a guess at 1. I have no idea who the other 4 would be, or the other 3.
Okay, go ahead. Who's the one?
The only one that, and I don't know this for sure, I'm just hazarding a guess based on their gimmick and their in-ring family lineage. I'm going to guess Molly Holly.
You are correct. That is one of the 4.
She beat the
As
Hurricane.
far as the
I
other
think
one?
at WrestleMania 16, maybe.
I forget which WrestleMania it was, Beef, but you are correct because that was what made
Wow.
me think up of this question. Whenever that day that I just kept playing the WrestleManias just like back to back to back to back, and I was like, oh, I'm on like 17 or 18 now or whatever. There was a backstage segment. Bonus, if you can tell me who beat Molly Holly to get the Hardcore Championship.
Oh, I know.
Beef. Well, okay.
Oh,
Let me ask Ransom or Poop first.
Oh no, this isn't my fight. You go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I have no idea who beat her.
Okay, go ahead, Beef.
I feel like it's definitely Christian.
Yeah, it was Christian that beat her.
Yeah, sure
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it
Fucking
was.
CLB, man.
Anybody else want to hazard a guess as the other 3 women who had held the Hardcore Championship?
I'm gonna throw out the Cat and China.
Wrong and wrong.
One of them has to be Lita.
Wrong.
Wow.
Yeah. Here you go. Here's the other 3. I'm going to save the best for last. You're really going to love this one. All right. So 4 women have held the Hardcore Championship. Molly Holly as Mighty Molly, like we discussed. Trish Stratus.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Huh.
Terry Runnels.
Huh.
Okay. And last but not least, you're going to fucking love this one. You ready for this?
Oh boy.
The Godfather's Hoe.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I forgot
Come
about
on,
that
really?
one.
Yep.
I imagine that's when that title began to be delegitimized. Oh.
Deletimatigans.
Motherfucker.
Demogorgons.
All right, Demogorgons. Oh, I gotta watch season 3. Hey,
Yes, you do.
Ransom, take Beef
Yeah.
down a notch.
Got a fish drink in my beer. Okay. All right. So, Beef, first off, how much do you know of Survivor Series 2001?
Was that the one that we went to? No, we went to 2002. Okay.
Survivor
Not
Series 2001 was the WWF versus the Alliance.
okay. Okay. Thanks for the check there. I think I know a decent bit of it. Go on.
Okay, so here we go. And this is an audio question, so it's probably not going to work. Just kidding. The WWF team, I'm going to give you the team here, was made up of The Rock, Chris Jericho, Undertaker, Kane, and Big Show. The Alliance team was Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rob Van Dam, Kurt Angle, Booker T, and the best in the world, Shane McMahon. It's a strap-in motherfucker.
Oh boy.
I want you to give me
Ho, ho, ho.
the order in which each superstar was eliminated.
Fuck.
Wow.
No fucking idea. I know that was I believe that was the match that Austin turned on WCW and he beat. No wait, no, I might be backwards. Fuck.
So we'll give you. Are you not going to do?
Okay, so order of elimination. I'll give it a shot.
So we could do that, or I could give you the person eliminated, and you tell me who they were eliminated by.
Let's do that.
Okay. First elimination was Big Show.
Hold
Who
on.
was he eliminated by?
Give me the teams one more time.
All right, here we go. Team
Please.
WWF. The Rock, Chris
Yep.
Jericho, The Undertaker, Kane,
Yep.
Big Slow.
Okay.
The Alliance, Steve Austin, Bob Dan Ram, Kurt Angle, Tooker B, and Shane McMahon.
All right, go ahead.
What's so funny? So Big Show was first eliminated. Who was he eliminated by?
I'm going to go with
RVD.
That's incorrect. Anybody else want to hazard a guess?
Shane.
That's correct. The next elimination was Shane McMahon. Who eliminated him?
Kane.
Steve Austin.
They're on the same team.
Betting 1,000 beef.
Steve Austin.
Shane was eliminated by Chris Jericho.
I was thinking him.
Next elimination was Kane. Who was he eliminated by?
I'm just waiting for Poot to keep saying Steve Austin.
Don't blow my spot, motherfucker.
Kane was eliminated by Vobdan Ram.
Woo!
The next elimination was The Undertaker. Who eliminated The Undertaker?
Booker T.
That would be Kurt Angle.
Ooh.
Booker T was next eliminated. Who was he eliminated by?
Probably
Jericho.
Kane.
That would be The Rock.
Oh.
Vobdan Ram was next eliminated. Who eliminated him?
Well, we're not even The Rock or Jericho, so I'm going to say The Rock.
No, Jericho.
Damn it!
Angle was next eliminated. Who was he eliminated by?
The Rock.
He was eliminated by The Rock.
All right, I got 2 right. Woo! Betting 1,000.
The next was Jericho. Who was he eliminated by?
Austin?
Well, since there's only one person left on the Alliance team,
Yep.
be
Sure
Steve
was.
Austin. Final 2 men in the ring were Steve Austin and The Rock. Who won the match?
The Rock.
That's correct. And can you tell me for a bonus point, who turned on who to help The Rock win that match? Dead air is great for an audio podcast.
Steve
Ooh,
Austin.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Steve
No, I
Austin
think I know
turned on
this.
Steve Austin.
Who nails it? Circle gets the square.
It was Austin. It was Austin all along. Damn it.
It was me, Austin.
God, I don't know.
It was me, Austin, you dumb son of a bitch.
It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't Booker T. It was Angle. Angle turned on Austin.
I was about to say Angle.
That's correct. Angle hit Austin with the WWF title belt, and Rock picked up the win.
Because didn't Austin turn on Angle at the invasion pay-per-view at the same final the 5-man tag team or whatever?
Yeah,
I believe.
Austin turned and became part of the Alliance, and then later, I believe, on a Raw or SmackDown, Kurt Angle became part of the Alliance.
That was...
And then Vince McMahon teased that someone from the Alliance was coming over to the WWF.
Dude.
And that actually technically didn't really happen because Angle turned Steve Austin after Angle was then going to be awarded the next WWF Raw, the WWF Championship, I believe.
So that was the hardest hardball question that you could possibly throw. And just because we're moving along in the night, why don't we go on over to our predictions?
Yeah, let's do that.
All
Why
right.
don't you thanks the sponsors and be
Again.
I'll thanks the sponsors. I appreciate them. That's what I appreciate about them.
Is that what you appreciate about their beef?
Take about 25% off their pooter. All right, so definitely want to thank WrestleDeals.com for their support.
I'm gonna pee in the yard.
When we
What?
I love when I'm trying to do these sponsorship moments and messages. Ransom's just like, I'm gonna do something terrible. Watch me light this puppy on fire. Hey kid, come here. I'm gonna kick your face off. Boom.
No,
Anyway.
it's just peeing by the pine tree. Here we go.
All right, so WrestleDeals.com. So thank you so much for your support, Sean. We definitely appreciate
Think
it.
of running water
From
ransom.
day one-ish, and then obviously our our own casual gaming dad, for all the support he gives us. Thanks so much, Mang.
No problem.
Let's do these
man.
predictions, eh?
Let's
You guys
do
want to start? You guys want to start with a fight for the fallen?
Let's start with Fight for the Fallen.
We can
Yeah,
do
let's
that.
start
yeah.
with the best first.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Fight for the Fallen.
Right.
Being held
Probably
at
do.
Daly's Place Amphitheater in Jacksonville, Florida.
And also,
A smaller
I believe,
venue.
and I believe also streaming for free as well on Bleacher Report.
Sure is. You're getting some awesome free wrestling this weekend on the Friday night, the G1 night 2, and then on the Saturday night you're getting Fight for the Fallen on free on the Bleacher Report. So.
Really quick, Beef. Where do you watch the G1?
Access Television. You can also subscribe to New Japan World for 999 yen a month, which actually comes out to like 979 US dollars. But I think it's a fun little thing to do. 999 yen. But yeah, you can subscribe to New Japan World, or you can catch it on Access TV. Access usually runs a couple months behind, but they're doing a special for night 2 of the G1. So yeah, John Moxley. I forget who was up against this week, but should be a good match nonetheless.
All right. Well, let's start with one of the buy-ins, the Librarian Peter Avalon with the Librarian Leva Bates versus Sonny Kiss.
Tom, are you going to do the same thing you did before? Was compile this on a sheet and put it on the book face site?
Yes, I am actually.
The face of books.
Yes, Tiger Bomb, the scribe, Tiger Bomb Tom.
Yes, that's me.
Don't know that can't be trusted.
He's our librarian.
Ah.
All right. I'm gonna go with unless they're gonna keep the shtick of the librarians being pratfalling dum-dums. I think Peter Avalon might take this one.
So I don't know about you guys, but I'm just not feeling the librarians. Like when I first heard of it, I was like, "Oh, that's an interesting gimmick," and it's not really playing out
They
as
should
I
have had
wanted
one.
it to.
They should have
Yeah.
one.
I get what they were going for, and this is, I guess, something we could talk about in a future show, but how the elite kind of, like, work in their little bit of humor, which maybe sometimes should be left on the sideline, because not a lot of people get it. But, that being said, you got,
Wait.
Sorry.
Sonny
Go ahead.
Kiss is the enormous dude, right?
No. Sonny Kiss is I don't know if he's
transgender.
technically, I don't know if he's technically transgender, but it's not
Definitely.
Pride Month anymore. But yeah, he definitely cross dresses, for certain.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sonny Kiss went over.
He'll win. No, yeah, he'll win because I think the shtick of the librarians is they're gonna keep accidentally getting that too, but getting it into each other's way until they have like a scrap for who is the librarian for good,
Yeah.
for a final. So
Then
yes, I am.
We'll go Sonny Kiss.
I'm picking Kiss.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So you're changing.
Pooch changing to Sunny Kiss.
I was.
All right, go ahead, Ransom.
I'm going to say Sonny Kiss just for the fact that at the last AEW paper event, Fargy Bargy, I got so annoyed with this stupid. I mean, I get it. You're like your angle's the librarian, so I get it. Like, be quiet. We're in a library type deal, even though we're in a fucking arena. You dumb piece of shit. So I get that, but I'm so over the whole shush gimmick. They did that way too much for me, and it annoyed the ever loving hell out of me. So I want Sonny Kiss to win just because I hate the librarians. I wouldn't hate them so much if it was like, okay, one or two times a match it was the shh, or if like a librarian is winning in the match and they get down in the opponent's face and go shh. Okay, fine, I get that. That's fine. But when you do it constantly the whole way down the ring, and you take up 10 minutes between these two assholes just constantly shushing each other and fucking holding the books around, holy shit, man. We get it. It's your gimmick. Let it
The
go.
best part of the best part of the librarian's gimmick right now is the fucking crowd chants. Hooked on phonics, we can't read, etc. Like that was all gold, but the gimmick itself is trash. Sorry.
But,
Go ahead, Tom. Oh, sorry, Poop.
I was gonna say, or they could have them be a backstage thing where they are like you go to them, they have they're a little more menacing and they're like stat keepers. You know what I mean?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, like they have
Maybe.
they have like a tome where they keep the records of AEW and
Maybe
Or even if
eventually.
I swallowed a bug. Even if they did a thing where, like, they did like a backstage thing where they had little, half-assed thrown together library where these two, would be in, like the fucking
Like the APA.
Yes, like the APA had their bar, which was just a door frame and a door and a table with beers behind it. If they do something like that, fine, I'm on board with that. But they really are overdoing it. The whole like library. Get it? Stop shushing.
Hey Tom.
Yeah.
Who are you going with?
Well, I thought you'd never ask. I'm also gonna go with Sunny Kiss only because I like the Librarians and they're borderline getting go away heat, borderline. But I think Sunny Kiss will get the win. I think it makes sense because of the event Fight for the Fallen and everything like that, and I think they're gonna. I think
play
maybe
up the whole transgender thing, yeah.
I think maybe for semi-political, real life reasons, I think they're gonna have Sunny Kiss pick up the win. So that's my pick is Sunny Kiss.
Agreed.
All right.
Okay. Next. Oh, go ahead. You want me? I got the matches down already.
I got them too. I got them too.
Okay. Somebody was actually prepared, unlike the fucking champ tonight.
Hey, I fucking got them written down too, y'all. So you can take it fucking easy.
Hey, listen, ladies, you're both pretty. The next buy-in is MJF, Shawn Spears, and Sammy Guevara versus Joey Janela, Darby Allin, and Jimmy Havoc. Now, we could go with the idea that they're going to do a lot of feel-good things, and I think moreover. Depending on the crowd of that night, but looking at this, obviously to me, Joey Janela, Darby Allin, and Jimmy Havoc are the face team, and it's like, are they going to go for a whole bunch of feel good moments, or are they going to have the team that includes MJF and Shawn Spears, who are going to be leading into big programs, supposedly with Hangman Page and with Cody in the future? They want to keep them looking strong. So I'm personally going to go with MJF, Shawn Spears, and Sammy Guevara.
Here's the thing.
Oh, boy.
So, first of all, there's nothing about the face team of Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, and Joey Janela that seems feel good. Those guys are pretty fucking... That's impressive, man.
I know, right?
Those three guys are, pretty fucking, hardcore. To me... I see the face team winning this one, which is going to be Havoc, Allen, and Janela, only because of the weird kind of place that we are with MJF and Shawn Spears. MJF, I think, called out Shawn Spears on Twitter. Who knows if it's fucking booked or, shoot, who knows. But the fact that MJF is Cody's buddy and that Shawn Spears leveled him with a chair, I think is going to come up, and I think that team's going to dissolve quickly. So I picked the faces in that one.
See, I was thinking along the same lines of that, Beef, and I honestly, I think you're on to something with that. But then I'm looking at the rest of the card, and I mean, I don't know a whole lot of other people as far as is Kip Sabian is he a pretty solid heel, or is he a face that's kind of heelish, or what, and then with the Young Bucks, do you consider them to really be heels or not? I don't know.
They have heelish tendencies.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
They're tweeners.
So, and I think that's the beauty of AEW is that they blur the lines. Where does SCU fall? SCU, if you take their fucking mannerisms, they're heels all the way. But man, SCU has not gotten one fucking heel pop at all. In fact, they've gotten some of the most over face reactions of the night. So
they're the cool heels. They're just like how DX was. They're just like how the Undisputed Era is. I mean,
Steve Austin when he was booked as a heel, and
exactly.
Everybody loved him.
Heels. So I gotta agree. I think the quote unquote face team here, I'm gonna call. I have as Team MJF and Team Havoc. Whenever I put it down in short for our picks, but I'm gonna go with Team Havoc here because I think that MJF Shawn Spears will dissolve whatever they got going on. I don't know shit about Sammy Guevara, but
he's impressive. Him and Sabian really fucking killed it on Double or Nothing. So
okay.
All right.
Ransom?
So,
What do you got,
oh yeah,
Ransom?
Ransom.
Wow. Wow. You hear that? Fucking Poot the Bar was ready to move on without your pick. That should tell you something, Ransom.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
shut up.
when I'm not screaming belligerence or burping into the mic, I mean, I am pretty forgettable. So I don't fault Poot for that.
Thank you very much. And also, I have to listen over the din of Beaker the Legend over there.
Motherfucker. Hey, and plus I can't be mad at Poot. I'm the Ric Flair to his Triple H, so like he's my boy. I'm all about him. Part of me wants to just straight across the board pick Beef's picks, just that way if he wins, he's not the sole champion.
Ooh.
Just to fuck with his face off.
But I will be. But because the champion. So the only reason that you and I would have held the title together last time is because we were dethroning Poot. If the champion ties somebody, they retain because ties go to the defender.
Yeah, or I'll just come to your house on a Monday night and fire practice.
Okay.
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah, don't mess about here. I'll strike your face.
Oh, he'll do it.
What the hell was I even going to say? I can't even remember. I think it was Poot who said it about MJF and Sean Spears going to be starting some big programs, and they want to keep them guys looking strong.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's it's a much simpler thought process than Beef, but I think it stands.
Yeah, and I mean, I see validity in Beef and Tom there with with the MJF and Sean Spears crumbling as a team because of what went down with Sean Spears and Cody. But I don't know. I think the majority of my thought process goes to, if you're going to start big programs with these two guys, you can't have them constantly losing and looking weak. Like, they got to look strong if they're going to go into big programs in the future. So I'm going to pick Team MJF on this one.
Real quick, what do we know if MJF and Sean Spears have, like, what particular matches they have coming up for All Out?
More than likely, Spears is going to face Cody. MJF is kind of in a void right now, but my own personal feeling is that he is going to be waiting in the wings for Hangman Page whenever Hangman Page beats Jericho for the title.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Before we move on to the next one, it has nothing to do with the picks, but it reminded me whenever somebody said his name, Joey Janela. Why can't Enzo Amore just stay the fuck gone? Why does he have to continue to make himself relevant with trying to start shit with different people?
Listen, I don't want to even give him airtime. I'm not.
No, you know what? Here's the fucking question to ask. How the fuck do WWE fanboys attack Joey Janela? And I'm looking at you, Matthew.
How the fuck I knew that was going to come up.
How the fuck do you defend Enzo Amore and fucking try to attack Joey Janela? No fucking shit, Joey Janela's backing down because he's got a fucking actual wrestling contract, unlike fucking Enzo Amore, who has fucking dick. Like, you're not gonna fucking put your, like, burgeoning, wonderful new employer that's just coming into the woodwork and just trying to set its own fucking mark. You're not gonna put all that at stake for a fucking dust up with fucking a has-been. So fuck that, and fuck you, Matthew. Fuck you. Okay,
all right,
I'm done.
all right.
So I
on.
don't really follow like those Facebook sites, just probably because time permitting. But the only time I ever see him is when freaking Beef comments on some of his stuff and really blows his shit.
I tend to do that too.
But is that Matthew?
Hell yes.
Is he a giant WWE fanboy? Like,
He's
a WWE
just a troll.
can do no wrong.
He's a troll.
He's just a troll. He's
a contrarian for contrarian's sake.
Yeah,
pretty much.
But,
Yeah.
Okay.
Props to my boy Tiger Bomb. Troll Patrol up on this bitch. Go ahead, next match.
All right, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, the Lucha Bros versus Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian, 2/3 of SoCal Uncensored. I am sticking by my boys. They got to get a win eventually. Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix.
Oh, they haven't won yet, have they? Holy fuck.
No, they haven't.
Nope.
They haven't.
That's fucking weird. So I love the Lucha Brothers. I really do. But I think it's a disservice to both these guys to be in a tag team. I want to see both of these guys have individual runs in AEW. And I know that there's going to be a time for that. And I know that they're also angling for this big tag team tournament thing at All Out, which is awesome. I'm all about that too. This is a tough match to call. Poot, I too am calling the Luchas because I love SoCal Uncensored, and them losing this match is not going to hurt them one bit. Whereas I think if the Luchas lose this match, then yeah, I mean, you're looking at 3 events where they have not succeeded. So
Yeah.
unless they're going to win the titles, that's a big pile of shit.
Third time's a charm.
I'm also going with Lucha Brothers for the same reason. They need a win.
Yeah, I'm gonna call the same thing. I think it's time for the Lucha Brothers to pick up a W.
Lucha Bros right across the board. Moving on.
BT Dub, that may be the match of the night.
Ooh, that's a bold statement, but I would not be surprised. Next one, Hangman Adam Page versus Kip Sabian. I think Chris Jericho is scheduled to appear. I think one of two things. Either Page is going to go over and then Jericho will attack him, or Jericho is going to cost Hangman Page, is going to attack him during the match. So either way, I think Hangman Page goes over.
Do you think Jericho definitely shows up in this match one way or another, either during or after?
Well, he's definitely scheduled to appear.
He's scheduled to appear.
But
he doesn't have a match?
No, which by the way, I gotta throw in there. Since he didn't even have a match scheduled, and Jericho, being the awesome heel that he was, spun a little promo, I believe, on Twitter or Instagram or something, where he said he was gonna like boycott the event,
boycotting
or something like that.
the Fighter Fest. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Fighter Fest. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. How fucking great is that? I love heel Jericho. Just
dude, his fucking wheels are always turning. He's a marketing fucking genius, man. He knows how to get himself and his fucking brand over.
Yup.
And then Poot, I didn't know that Jericho was scheduled to appear, so that's smart money that he gets involved. I truly feel like AEW is going to go kind of the route of New Japan Pro Wrestling, where like in the G1 or the Best of Super Juniors tournament, if you get a win over the champion or over any champion, that kind of puts you in line for a title match, the next kind of tour that they do. So it wouldn't be surprising to see a guy like like Jericho put a guy like Sabian over Page somehow and put Sabian for an underdog title match down the line somewhere. But all that being said, you're in your infancy. You can't play with this stuff. You have to go by the book. So I think you got to put Page and Strong.
Okay, Ransom. I already picked Page, so yeah. Ransom.
The next AEW event after Fight for the Fallen, that's All Out, right?
Correct.
That is correct.
And that's going to be Page versus Jericho for the inaugural AEW championship.
Yeah, I'm going to say Page goes over on. Yeah, I'm going to say Page goes over on this one just because they're not going to. I can't see him losing. Well, unless he pretty much has the win soaked up and Jericho cost him the match, and that's fueled their fire. Oh no.
You pick Kip Sabian and you take that goddamn title off of Beef, you son of a bitch.
Oh my goodness. Where's Bruce Pritchard? I need help.
I'd love you to pick Kip Sabian. Bruce Pritchard.
Well, if we're all going to do impressions, maybe I can do my Johnny Ace the whole time, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one right there. Big Johnny.
Honestly, my attempt at Austin kind of sounds like him. You dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm going to say...
People power.
I'll go... Oh, dear. I'll go with Kip Sabian just to be that guy.
Contrarian.
Ooh.
Okay,
All right,
there we
I like
go.
it.
That's what we like to hear.
All right.
He's going to be the Matthew of the picks.
Next up,
sign off, boys. Have a good night.
Next up, Brandy Rhodes versus Allie.
Ooh.
I want to say Brandy Rhodes strictly because this is her first match, and it seems like
you want her to look like the alpha woman.
Seems like they've been really putting over the Elite. So I don't know if she's going to lose in her first match.
I also agree with you, and because Allie had picked up the win over the Librarian in whatever crap match. Was that one of the that was on the pre-show.
Yeah, that was a pre-show match.
It was kind of a bluster match, so I'm also going with Brandy on this one.
So, and I read this recently. Did you know that Young Bucks wanted to lose both matches at Double or Nothing and Fighter Fest, and basically they were told by Tony Khan, "No, you're winning."
No, I didn't know that.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Not hearing that.
It's not the elite putting the elite over. It's the owner saying, "You're what's best for business."
But he has a good mind for it.
He does. So, this is a tough pick for me because on one hand, you're right. You have Brandy coming out who is going to be kind of like the matriarch of the women's division. And then you have Allie, who I think is going to be one of your main players in the women's division. To that end, I think that Allie wins because I think that you want to have Allie up there with Britt Baker as like your two cornerstones of the women's division and build around those two.
I think you will have that eventually, but I don't know. I just don't think it's happening this match.
I'm gonna agree with Tom and Ransom on this one. I'm gonna say Brandy Rhodes as well, simply because I don't think it'll really hurt Allie to lose this match, and it'll make Brandy look like she can talk the talk now. She's walking the walk,
and it'll also put her over as a good heel head of the women's division and stuff like that, because Brandy will probably have some fuckery because look what happened at Double or Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
She introduced Awesome
that's
Kong
what I was
and everything.
thinking.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then we all got that one in. Let's go to one of the two Big Daddy matches. That's Kenny Omega versus CIMA.
Kenny Omega versus
Shima. The guy that faced Christopher Daniels here at Fyter Fest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tassel guys from the Strong Hearts. Which my girlfriend asked, she's like, why would you have ring attire that lets you easily grab onto somebody with all those tassels? She's like, that just seems like it's like not conducive for wrestling. I was like,
so what do you think, Beef?
You don't know, Macho Man.
I know, right?
I'm picking Omega because again, you have him moving into a program with Moxley at All Out.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, Omega has looked fairly strong, but I mean, you still got to give him his first singles win. So now's the time. You have a guy with Shima who you've kind of built up the last couple of months. Now's the time.
I agree. Yeah, Kenny Omega for sure.
Yeah, it's Omega.
Yeah, I'll go with Omega as well.
And the big match, the big keynote match here, Cody and Dustin Rhodes versus the Bucks. In my opinion, this is not a pick. I'm just saying it would be foolish to have Cody and Dustin not go over the Bucks. It would be foolish. Just think about the end of. Just think about how that would end on such a happy note. Fight for the Fallen, the brothers. Reunited.
You're assuming this is going to be the main event. I was thinking Omega versus Shima is going to be the main event.
Well, yeah, but there's no. I understand he's like he's set for that title. Like no, it's like Kenny. I don't know.
Make no mistake. Omega may not be your first ever AEW champion, but he is going to be your fucking guy.
Yeah.
He's going to be their Roman Reigns, their fucking John Cena. He's going to be the guy that gets them over. Make no mistake. He's going to be the face that runs the place.
I understand that he's booking the Bucks to win and everything like that, but it makes a ton of sense for Cody and Dustin to go over. I'm going to pick Cody and Dustin.
I'm also going to pick the same, Cody and Dustin.
Yep, me too.
So I want to pick Cody and Dustin, but the only reason I wouldn't is if this would be Dustin's last. Like, okay, I had the one-on-one with Cody, and now I'm going to tag with Cody, not as Goldust and Stardust, but I'm going to tag with him as Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes, and this is going to be my final hurrah. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be his last one. If so, I imagine with his father being the traditionalist that he would want to go out on his back. Have the Bucks pin him for the last one.
That's a good call. And another point here is that again, All Out is going to have this big tag team tournament thing with the first ever tag team champions crowned. So in theory, you have the Bucks who have had a little bit of a hot streak, you may want to keep that rolling. So that's something to think about.
Well, are the champs going to be crowned at All Out? Because I thought the champs were going to be crowned like once they got on TV and stuff. Like I thought the tournament was going to start at All Out and then like continue.
Oh, I see. I thought it was going to be like a one night tournament. We don't know yet. So that's a good point.
All right, so do we have our picks in?
No, Ransom hasn't picked yet.
Ransom needs to pick.
Oh, frick on a stick. I'm hoping that I'm going to pick Cody and Dustin because I'm hoping that when Dustin decides to have his last match, it's going to be a one-on-one and it's going to be a blockbuster. And he goes out in the middle of the ring, taking the pinfall 1-versus-1. So I'm going to pick Cody and Dustin.
I think I mean, this wasn't necessarily announced as his last match, but I think he said after he had that match with Cody. Now I don't know if this was shoot or not. Whenever he had his interview and stuff like that, but I think he said he's like I had no idea that Cody was going to ask me to do that. He's like I saw him come over to me and I'm like fuck, you already put me through the ringer. I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. Like what more do you want from me? I thought he was I didn't know what he was going to do. So I don't know if him saying that was a work or not, or if it was shoot. But either way.
Aside from moving things along because we are getting on towards 11 here, but do me a favor and go to the Wikipedia for Extreme Rules because somebody is a troll.
Okay, why is that?
So I'm looking at the list of the card here, and instead of saying it says versus, it says defeated.
Where?
No way.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm going there right now. Oh.
Yeah, look at this. Down there in the little block where the matches are.
I don't see it. I just see versus.
Am I insane? Oh, whoa.
Are you looking at the right year, Poot?
No, I do have the right year. I refreshed it and it all went to versus. Somebody was trolling. Oh, that was fantastic. Anyway, so all right, so let's start here.
I wish we would have gotten a screenshot of it.
I should have. I didn't even think of it. That was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. Wow. Anyway, so let's start the Revival. That's Dash and Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder versus the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, for the Tag Team Championships, the Raw Tag Team Championships. I don't know.
Ooh, I definitely got to update some stuff because fucking I didn't see this stuff at all yet. Okay.
I got you, fam. I got Revival. It's too soon. It's too soon to end their reign, especially with them being Shane O'Mac's flunkies too.
They haven't done dick on TV though.
No, they got their back shaved.
No, they did. You know what? I'll go Revival as well because I could see them losing it at SummerSlam.
Yeah, same. Revival.
I'm going to go with Revival just because I think Poot saw who won that match, and he's calling the winner that he saw on the Wikipedia. So I'm going to go with the Revival as well.
Well, whoever updated the Wikipedia probably went with the Vegas odds-on favorites, and Vince always looks at those and always fucking throws a couple curveballs.
But it was the weirdest thing, dude. I feel like I'm having a stroke. All right, next is Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley.
I almost had water come out of my nose.
In a last man standing match. I really would like to see Bobby Lashley go over, but I don't.
Sorry.
I like Bobby Lashley, man. He just can't cut a promo and he sounds like a child.
And he looks like a giant overgrown man baby.
He does. Well, it's
true.
Overgrown man baby versus overgrown man baby.
He looks like a muscular version of Wayne Brady.
He does.
He does.
Oh, wow.
He totally does.
I'm going to pick Strowman on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Strowman as well.
If you believe the rumors that they're going to take Strowman back to his roots of being a monster, then it stands to reason that he will come big here. The only
Giggity?
the only I know, right? The only thing that I can think against this is that Strowman has won all the other competitions between him and Lashley arm wrestling, tug of war, etc., etc., etc. But Lashley put him in the ambulance the other night, or 2 weeks ago. So, but yeah, I'm picking Strowman.
All right. Next.
What you got, Tom?
Oh, I thought Tom picked.
No,
Nope.
I didn't pick. So everybody's got Strowman across the board, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm also on board with that.
All right, Ricochet versus AJ Styles. This is a singles match for the United States Championship. I don't think Ricochet is going to lose that belt yet. The thing I'm going off of is Ricochet's too hot. I could understand them wanting to actually build the club into a threat, but I don't think they're going to do it here just because they don't know how to pull a trigger. And I think Styles. I think this could lead them to take the club in a more aggressive direction and even more cutthroat way. Plus, again, I could see Ricochet losing this at SummerSlam, so I'm going to go Ricochet on this one.
Agreed. I'll say Ricochet as well.
Yeah, he's way too fragile, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like his character, his what he is, he needs to win. So I think he wins. I just hope that they have a better match because man, I've been super hyped for the last 2 matches on Raw, and they have been very underwhelming. So I just hope they have a decent match.
Yeah, I also think it's way too soon for Ricochet to lose that title, and he's definitely your big baby face push right there. So, yeah, Ricochet to retain.
Okay.
Which means AJ's definitely going to win.
Yeah.
But before we move on to the next official pick, I'm going to throw Balor Nakamura in here for the IC title because I think that they're going to shove this into the card, even though there's already fucking 10 matches. There's no reason that you have Balor lose on SmackDown clean to Nakamura like the week before without plugging this match in here. So I think they're going to have a match. I'm willing to call it, and I'm going to call Balor.
I'll call Balor as well because Gufamora, even though they're going to build him, they're not going to have Balor lose that belt yet.
Yeah, if that
same.
match happens, I'm going to say Balor as well.
Yeah.
All right. So next official one is Aleister Black versus the returning Cesaro. This was hard for me when they revealed it was Cesaro that was going to be his match. But if they've done this goofy build with Aleister Black and they have him lose, it will murder his character. I'm going with Aleister Black.
Ditto.
Same.
So I agree, but there are little threads that lead me to believe that like he's got this that they're just gonna fucking chop the legs out of this character. I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe he loses and maybe he throws like a fucking Christian tantrum. I don't know. I just like I watch these vignettes and I get this weird feeling that he's gonna lose and just fucking throw a fit. So, but I on record I am picking Black because it makes fucking sense. But it wouldn't surprise me to see him swing the other way.
I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see like Black somehow hook up with Bray whenever he goes because it's much darker and weirder.
Would be a great time to bring Bray in, especially with the fucking Philadelphia crowd. You know that they'd pop hard for him.
All right.
Which do we think that Bray's going to come? Because I mean,
I think. Now I'm sorry, Tom, to interrupt you, but I think this popped whenever I was watching. If you watch Ali's promos he cuts, which are amazing, by the way.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, he's awesome.
He talked about erasing evil and seeing evil and fighting evil. I'm like, oh, he's going to be the first feud for Bray Wyatt.
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
He's going to be the first one. And he is just going to, like, it's going to be, like, Bray, like, it's going to be Ali fighting and fighting and fighting, but he'll succumb to the evil, and that'll be the first program that they have.
I hope so.
Anyway, the next big one is Daniel Bryan and Rowan, or Team Tree Hugger, versus...
The Planet's champions, thank you so much.
Okay. Versus the New Day, Big E and Xavier Woods, and Heavy Machinery, Otis and Tucker. Dudes, even, like, I really wanted to say Heavy Machinery simply because, like, I feel like they're getting enough goofy cheers that Vince will be like, yeah, shove them to the moon. But can you imagine the New Day all holding gold?
Meh.
Can you? I know you're meh on the New Day beef, but like, think about it. If Kofi retained, New Day gets those tag belts. They all have belts on SmackDown.
I don't think that's going to happen, though. I mean, even if New Day does get tag gold, I think Kofi's losing that title because I don't know.
All right. So
see, I have a different scenario. I think they lose, and I think that Big E turns on SmackDown to set up Kofi's feud at the SummerSlam. But on the book, so Poot, you're picking New Day.
That is not what I said. Stop forcing my picks. I'm postulating stuff. Anyway, go on.
Go ahead.
On the books, you're what?
I'm picking Heavy Machinery.
It makes sense because it could continue like having Brian and Rowan chase that. Like, you know, have that because they're so serious and Heavy Machinery's so goofy and blue collar strong and he's coming and stuff. Like, you know, I'm going to go with Heavy Machinery as well.
I love the idea of a New Day gold across the board, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to say Heavy Machinery as well.
Ooh, man. Part of me wants to pick
on the spot.
I know. Part of me wants to pick Brian and Rowan to retain and say that they're gonna drop it at SummerSlam, but I think we're gonna already see too many other champions retain. Something's got to upset the apple cart, and the Intercontinental title isn't officially on the card yet or anything like that. Fuck.
You not have the Intercontinental title on the card officially. How the hell do you do that?
I'm gonna go with Heavy Machinery.
So Heavy Machinery across the board. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And last time we picked them, it was largely unsuccessful. So
yeah,
largely unsuccessful. All right, next one, singles match for the Cruiserweight Championship. That would be the retaining the current champion Drew Gulak versus Tony Nese. I don't keep up with 205 Live, so I'm going to stick with Gulak because I think he should hold that belt forever.
Not even a question. I don't even keep up with 205 Live, and I can tell you Gulak is not dropping that title back to Tony Nese. If anything, he'll drop it to
Kushida.
Tozawa. I was going to say to Akira Tozawa or whoever comes up next and gets another big push, but Gulak to retain.
They've done pretty well by the purple belt. Honestly, like they've given the champions decent reigns, and I don't see that stopping here. I think Gulak has a nice long title reign here, so he wins.
Agreed.
All right. Next one is a handicap match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It is Bayley versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Ooh.
Silence.
Ransom?
I have no earthly idea, to be honest with you. Part of me thinks that Nikki Cross and what's her face?
Alexa Bliss.
The goddess.
Yeah, I think maybe their team implodes here, and that sets up a Nikki Cross Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam. But like somebody said, there's been no title changes predicted.
Except for Heavy Machinery.
Yeah. Shoot. I'm going to say Bayley on this one. Just because I think somehow the team of Bliss and Nikki Cross implodes, and that sets up a match at SummerSlam.
I agree with that because then I think that gives like Nikki's gonna snap. You know what I mean? It's then part of me also wants to say Bliss because then she gets the championship and then you start to see the dissension between her and Nikki. Like she'll start treating Nikki like shit or whatever. But either way, it leads to a Nikki Cross just fucking going ape shit scenario. But I'm gonna stick with Bayley on this one.
And Tom, I was thinking, so for whatever reason, I'm like leading with contrarian points to my own fucking picks, which makes me fucking double think everything. But I was thinking, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say there is another thing. Another thing that could affect this is Nikki had said, go find a friend or whatever. This could set up for a Sasha Banks return.
It's boss time. No,
Oh my gosh.
I think you'll see that at WrestleMania. My God, why do I keep calling it WrestleMania? The WrestleMania this summer, SummerSlam.
Summermania.
I think you'll see the boss and Hug Connection reunite for a match against Bliss and Nikki Cross. But the other thing I could see playing out is what you described there, Tom, which is where they win and then, as opposed to it being co-champions, which is what Nikki keeps talking about being promised, that Bliss instead kind of holds the title herself and treats Nikki like dog shit, and they have a match at SummerSlam, and obviously Nikki would go over, which would be great, but they're fucking Raw competitors, so fuck the wild card, I'm picking Bayley.
Now, I had the same kind of idea, except Bayley retains, Alexa gets pissed because Nikki Cross, let it happen. Nikki Cross is, in my opinion, if this scenario plays out, is there to eat the pin. She'll eat the pin, Bayley will retain, Alexa will get pissed at Nikki and will turn on her, and it will realize everything that Bayley has said, and that will lead to Alexa and Nikki non-champion match at SummerSlam. And that's what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to say Bayley goes over. Against all odds, they're trying to make her, strong again. And what better way to do it against two people who, objectively, she should not be able to beat in a handicap match.
Right. Can we just talk real quick about how this event's called Extreme Rules?
And there's no hardcore matches?
There's a anything goes tag team match, even though the guys can only hit the guys, and they're the last man standing, and apparently a fucking handicap match is extreme. Well, where are the fucking ladders and the tables and fucking my God?
Well, that's at TLC, derp.
Which they're not having this year.
Stupid.
And it is stupid. But to be fair, there is a no holds barred match. Which do we want to pick that?
Well, we're all.
Oh, so yeah, is that? Sorry, go ahead, Poon.
No, I was gonna say. So we're Bayley across the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
This entire show, we've all been everybody the same across the board, so that's interesting.
Well, it is what it is, man. I think there's one match that we will disagree on, but we'll get to it here in a minute. The Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre in a no-holds-barred tag team match.
I'm just going to tell you right now, if you're picking, how do you pick against Undertaker, Roman Reigns? Undertaker needs redemption from that shit show of a match with Goldberg, and Roman Reigns needs a win. Undertaker and Roman.
McIntyre is there to eat the pin from Undertaker.
Yep.
And also, it's no holds barred so that Undertaker can easily just skate away and rest.
I want so bad to pick McIntyre and McMahon, but it feels like they have really dominated this year since WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I just
they need
Roman Reigns fucking won at Stomping Grounds, but I feel like he lost. And you don't fucking bring back the Undertaker to lose, so I'm picking Taker and Roman.
Same.
That's an easy one.
All right. Yeah, that was an easy one. Next one. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans in the most confusing match ever. Last chance, winners take all mixed tag team Extreme Rules match. So this is also
sandwich in a kitchen match.
Wow.
Wow, Tom, you're off the show. Get out.
Yep.
So clearly this is Vince. So clearly this is Vince McMahon sitting back and going, "What? AEW has a chance to be in a chance for the chance of a bye at the tag team tournament. Well, we can one up them with this with their own convoluted match."
So this is for both the Universal Championship and the Raw Women's Championship. So let me get this straight. It is whatever team loses, the other team gets both belts.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, you're not taking those belts.
No way they take it off those two.
Off of Rollins and Lynch? No way. No way.
No, it's definitely going to be...
not at least until SummerSlam.
The only thing that gives me pause, and I'm picking Rollins and Lynch, and it sounds like we all are, but the only thing that gives me pause is the fact that this is a last chance match. Yet for Pittsburgh Raw in August, they are reported to have matches against both of those people. So, not for nothing.
Yeah, but are they title matches?
No, they're probably not. So
So there you go.
I think both of these fucking feuds need to end. I'm over both of the feuds, and I think that they've both really diminished both characters since WrestleMania. So yes, I am taking Rollins Lynch.
Also, do you know why Baron Corbin is getting pushed so hard? Because Vince McMahon looks at Baron Corbin and says, "This is the kind of man that women want." I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Reportedly, that is one of the big reasons why Baron Corbin is getting pushed, because Vince thinks that women are falling all over themselves to be with a guy like Baron Corbin, who has a frowny face on his torso and gnashed, garbled teeth.
Had enough of Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
the Beast Slayer and the Potato definitely go over.
All right. Beast Slayer and the Potato. Wow.
Okay, and you said I was off the podcast.
That sounds like
Jesus.
the best kids book ever.
I think
Slayer and
I think
the
you just think
Potato.
because she's Irish. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously,
Well,
but damn.
All right.
Thanks, Captain Obvious, for pointing out the obvious, but it's okay. I can say it. I'm Irish.
Now, here is the match we're probably going to disagree on. This is a singles match for the WWE Championship. It is Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe.
Ooh.
I'm
Ah.
going to say Kofi Kingston strictly because I still, in the most fearful part of my body, believe that it's going to be Kofi Kingston as the champion at SummerSlam taking on Shane McMahon. Not be surprised to see Shane McMahon with a WWE Championship.
Who the hell is rearranging Tupperware in the background or what?
That'd be my wife. That'd be my
Okay.
wife who's forgetting
I thought
that we're
so.
on a podcast.
She's the worst.
She's very
So,
to
yeah,
the
I'm-
worst. The worst
I'm
in the
in the
world. Beef.
Speaker the legend.
She apologizes for all it's worth.
That's okay.
Yeah,
It's
so
okay,
I'm going to
Bertner.
say Kofi because I think Kofi's going to lose to whoever's going to face him at SummerSlam, and I just have a sinking feeling it's going to be Shane.
Again, I'm sticking with Kofi on this because again, I think Brock, when he cashes in, I think he's going to cash in on Kofi because whoever takes the belt off Kofi has to have serious big fuck you heat, and that's going to be either Brock or Shane. So,
Yeah, but someone like Joe can carry that shit, man. And he would relish in it.
yeah, but he can carry it. But that's the thing, like how. I don't know. I'm thinking they're going to put the title on Brock before they hit the fall with this SmackDown moving over to Fox. That's just me.
Now, there's an X factor we haven't considered. Is that
Yeah,
Brock
Poot,
Lesnar?
what do you think?
Brock
One of us has considered it, and one of us is going to talk about it. But go ahead, Poot. What's your pick here?
No, you go ahead because I know
No,
what you're
no.
going to talk about.
Champion defers. Go ahead.
Oh, shut up.
Why don't
Stop
one
it.
of you two talk?
All right, so there are two scenarios I can think of. Kofi Kingston goes over, beaten to death by Samoa Joe. Brock comes out, takes that title. And then
That's
at
what I'm
SummerSlam, it is Seth Rollins versus Brock, champion versus champion. Now,
Ooh.
the other way that this works is that Samoa Joey takes the belt off of Kofi and immediately
Samoa.
is cashed in by Brock Lesnar. Brock takes the title. We get Seth Rollins versus Brock at SummerSlam, champion v champion.
So what? I just want to spin off of that and say, okay, so then what? So if that's the case,
Well, then you have the biggest wrestling star in the world holding both titles going on to Fox. In Vince's mind.
who? Brock Lesnar?
Yep.
The biggest two-sport athlete. Yes, sir.
So you think that they would take Seth Rollins' title reign and give it to Samoa Joe, give it to Brock Lesnar, and have Brock Lesnar run both titles?
Yes.
I
think-
don't.
How many
that is-
times
I
has
think-
that happened? That's happened so many times where Brock Lesnar has consolidated a title and gone, okay, I've got both belts. I'm, both champions. Okay, we're getting rid of one, and now we're going to have just one freaking belt. I mean, he did. Didn't he do it with the WWE Undisputed Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship? No, he didn't do it with that one.
No, that was Jericho. In fact, he was actually the last one to hold the Undisputed title before it was broken back apart, because as soon as Brock won, they announced him as a SmackDown exclusive, which made Bischoff come out and make the world title and give it to H. So.
But he did that with another belt, though, didn't he? He did that with the WWE. Did he do that with the WWE
so.
and the World title? Yeah.
Cena did.
No, maybe he didn't. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah. So Poot, who are you picking to win the Kofi versus Joe match?
I'm going.
So what happens? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going. Kofi wins. Brock cashes in.
Yeah, that's my line of thought.
And that's exactly what I'm going to call as well. And I'm going to stake my point in this match with saying that Brock Lesnar walks out with the title. I think that Kofi fights a hard match. I think that he beats Joe. In retaliation, Joe chokes him out, and Lesnar comes out and just picks the bones. But yes, I am a defending champion, so I will say that if Brock Lesnar does not walk out with the title in this match, I will lose this point.
Okay.
Well, no, because I thought we said in the past we're picking the match, not the outcome. If Money in the Bank is cashed in, we're picking the outcome of this match.
And the outcome of this match is
what
that,
Brock Lesnar does.
And the outcome of this match, I think, is going to be Lesnar walking out with that title.
Well, I mean,
no, you gotta call a winner and a loser between Samoa Joe and Kofi Kingston.
All right. Well, I was throwing a softball to you guys, but that's fine. I'm picking Kofi.
So before we go on to the next one, I just want to get everybody's opinion. What happens when, at SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar takes both titles? Does he defend one and then the other, like Becky Lynch did, or do they consolidate them into one title, and it's just Brock Lesnar is one champion?
Well, I think that all depends on whether or not the wild card rule sticks around, or whether they have a definitive brand split again. Which
you won't.
If you're gonna have Heyman running Raw weekly or whatever, if you're gonna have him behind the scenes doing the weekly for Raw, and you're gonna have Bischoff doing SmackDown, then I believe it makes sense that you have two definitive brands. But then again, common sense is not a common virtue when it comes to Vince McMahon. So
that's true.
So what happens? I'm not in Poot's line of thinking here. Initially, I thought that Brock would beat Rollins for the Universal title in Saudi Arabia and then cash in the Money in the Bank on Kofi. Since that didn't happen, I believe that he is going to cash in on Kofi because they want to have SmackDown be the hot brand, because Fox is going to demand ratings, and in Vince's eyes, Lesnar equals ratings. And honestly, I'm going to fucking say it. We may not think it. Everybody else may hate Brock Lesnar. But when Brock Lesnar's around, there are fucking eyes on sets. There are eyes on TVs. There are eyes on pay-per-views.
Agreed. Well,
but is Brock Lesnar going to be around for SmackDowns, though? So, yeah, SmackDown moves to Fox, and if he's the champion on the SmackDown show, that's great. But is he going to show up on
No, it'll be just
SmackDown
like with the Universal Championship.
So he's not even... So, yeah, he'll be the SmackDown Fox champion.
Pretty much.
But if he's not on the show, on a weekly basis, wrestling...
So, I think...
Is it going to draw that much money for a SmackDown?
So I think Fox
Maybe
is going to be...
but is it going to draw that much money for a weekly program?
So I think it will, because I think Fox is going to go down a lot differently than you guys are seeing. I see Fox going down a lot like ECW and Sci-Fi, where fucking Sci-Fi was making a lot of fucking calls that WWE just had to eat as a shit sandwich. I think that Fox is going to do the same thing, because Fox has the clout. Fox is going to say, we want fucking Lesnar on the fucking show 3 times out of the month, and he better fucking be there.
I think, and you know what? Just like we have in NXT UK, we have the Kiwi Buzzsaw. I'm going to be the Keystone Buzzkill. We should have that conversation on the next episode. We've been going for literally 10 seconds till 2 hours.
Gotcha.
buzz
well,
kills.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I will I will get this I will get this spreadsheet re-updated and stuff, and all these other matches that are just finding out about now added to it,
And I'll
make it all
I'll get
Go
the
ahead.
episode edited, doodled, and up tomorrow.
awesome. Sounds good. Beef, do we want to thank the sponsors one more time?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna thank myself, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this fucking title, and I'm gonna take it down to Ocean City with me this weekend, and we're gonna fucking celebrate watching fucking the events down there.
Wow,
as
what
I
a
fucking
dickle.
beat your asses.
Wow.
Boom.
Beef's healing up.
Boom.
Ouch. Well, then
Boom.
fuck it. Since I introed the episode, I'll thank the sponsors and
I hope you get eaten by a shark.
yes.
Hurtful.
Ouch. That's
Or at least
hurtful.
lo-
That's
at least-
hurtful. Really?
That's
Whoa.
my best friend, ladies and gentlemen.
Is
That is my best friend in the world, right there.
Now
Best
wait,
man in my
At
life.
least,
is there
at
a
least
shark?
lose a leg and have to become a pirate.
Is
I
there
want
a
you to
shark?
be
Okay.
Burchelled.
Is there a
Is there a
shark? Is there a shark big enough to eat Beef and his ego?
Ouch.
I don't know.
No.
That has to be a
there's
pretty
not.
big fucking shark. I mean,
Well-
my ego is 3 times the size of me. So go ahead, Tom. Thank
Maybe,
It
you.
is.
maybe the
Yeah, it is.
megalodon. Megalodon, maybe.
Maybe. All right. Well, as always, we always like to
Beef's
thank
a megalodouche.
WrestleDeals.com, your home for violent deals and bloody good prices. Thank you, Mr. Sean Tischler. I hope I pronounced that right. And thanks for your support to the page. I look forward to hopefully running into Sean in the fall with the IWC event coming up at up in Clearfield and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll actually get to meet the man.
Yeah, dude.
And
We can go get something
Yeah.
to eat too.
oh yeah. I'm gonna request off for that. I'm gonna come up there to that event up at the fairgrounds or whatever. So I'll
Dude,
be up there.
fucking P3 should take on the Denny's Giant Burger.
Oh shit. Oh, we'll tell
right,
we'll
well-
tell you about that later.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that outside of here. And then you have myself here, Tiger Bomb Tom, aka Casual Gaming Dad. From damn near day one, I told these guys that I wanted to do some sort of partnership with them, and well, fucking here I am now on the podcast. So I want to thank these fellas for allowing me to come into the fold and taking me under their wing here, and as I take them under mine as far as the page and everything like that, and
Aw.
getting all the likes and follows. It's a mutually beneficial relationship, and I love it. So
Tiger Bomb Tom really has been down since day one-ish.
That's yes.
it's pretty damn close.
Yeah, dude.
So, but that said, I want to thank the fellas for their time tonight, and I know Poot the Bard's got to get rolling out. So this is Tiger Bomb Tom thanking you for tuning into the P3 podcast tonight, and also on behalf of Mr. Alec Ransom, Poot the Bard, baby.
And your people's chooseweight champion, Beef the Legend.
Fucking blustering the outro is Beef the fucking legend.
Boom!
Go get eaten by a shark, and good night.
You clip that mic
Douchebag
one more.
champion.
Clip that mic one more time. I'm gonna drive down there. I'm gonna beat your ass.